Welcome back to Where is the Money? And the money is not with the farmers. And they want it to be. They voted for Trump in order to try to get this bailout because the farms are struggling because of the tariffs, because of the economy. Everything is not looking great. Trump said he was going to give them an aid package. Now he's blaming it on the shutdown, but he's able to give $20 billion to Argentina before the farmers? Farmers are upset.
Well, I think you've got a bigger problem. I think somebody needs to ask Argentina what they did with the $18 billion that China gave them in 2009 that they haven't paid back yet. So now in 16 years, Argentina's got $38 billion of money to prop their economy up while it does nothing but knife me at home.
What if the administration is giving you and other farmers a bailout? Does that help?
Well, I want trade, not aid. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of boys that's painted in the corner and they're not going to survive without it. But bailing out Argentina doesn't help my market. Sending me the tariff money that me and every other taxpayer in this country is paying for. I buy parts and I buy groceries and I'm paying the tariffs exactly like everybody else is. Sending me that money doesn't fix my problem. I mean, to me, currently all we want to do is throw money everywhere at problems instead of actually sit down and try to fix one. If Argentina fails, okay, they're my second biggest competition. If we're going to make American agriculture great and make it stand on its own 2 feet, then I need my second biggest competitor to fail.
So maybe you're looking at this and haven't been caught up and you be like, listen, the farmers, they were doing all right before, so what's the emergency? Let's take a look at how bad the situation is with the U.S. farmers.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and I grew up believing that the backbone of America is our farmers. Folks who rise before dawn, sweat in the fields, and raise food that puts dinner on our tables every night. But right now, American farmers are being squeezed, not just by Mother Nature, but by major policy mistakes made by Donald Trump. In North Carolina, farmers are seeing tariffs hit them like a double whammy. Their costs for feed, fertilizer, and equipment are soaring, while their export buyers are vanishing. Tariffs are hurting farmers in the short term by driving up input costs, but they also cut deeper over time, forcing family farms into debt while corporate giants swallow up more of the market. Take MAE Farm Meats in North Carolina. Owner Mike Jones says that importing minerals, soybean meal, and even feed from overseas comes with added tariff costs that cut directly into his margins. Or Rainbow Meadows in Snow Hill, where Sandra Garner tells us her costs for everything from animal feed to packaging containers are creeping upward week after week. Then there's the export side. China has canceled orders of U.S. soybeans, pork, and other products. Tariffs, retaliation, trade wars, doing what they always do. Punish those who had no role in starting them. And this isn't theoretical. It's real dollars and debts. In western North Carolina, after Hurricane Helene, farmers like Jason Davis had flood damage, washed out soils, roads ripped up, and now he's stuck under a mountain of debt, waiting on delayed federal relief just to recover. Some farmers are literally selling equipment or considering giving up their farms altogether just to make ends meet. But these are hard-working folks putting food on our tables, not commodities for Wall Street to gamble on. Here's what I believe. Our government should work for these farmers, not against them. We need to reform trade policy so we don't use tariffs like a blunt hammer. We need to ensure relief funding is fast, fair, and actually reaches small and mid-sized farms, not just big corporate agro-businesses. And we need to invest in infrastructure, innovation, and protections for family farms so they can compete on a level field.
So it seems like the farmers are desperately in need of assistance in order to keep food coming to our tables. Is this a political favor? Is this helping out some of his rich friends? What is the U.S. interest in sending that amount of money out of country when they was complaining that they were sending money to Ukraine Now you're sending this kind of money to another country when we need that here in the United States for our economy.
This is a problem in one country. And the fact that he's giving this $20 billion credit swap line, but it's free money, at a time when the US government is shut down and when America's farmers are really suffering from the trade war and the close off of their export markets. And on top of that, that China is now buying its soybean from Argentina and not the United States. Well, you know, this has the makings of a really egregious step by the president, to put it mildly.
Trump is giving another $20 billion to Argentina. We've now given them $40 billion in the last week. How much has gone to American farmers? Zero. Trump also wasn't going to pay the military. They said they weren't paying the military during the shutdown. Oh well, military always gets paid during the shutdown, not under Donald Trump. He said no. Why? This was my favorite. A couple days ago, the Treasury Secretary, when announcing the additional $20 billion for Argentina, said, oh, we can't pay the military because of the shutdown. We're not allowed to. Oh, you're not allowed to pay the military during the shutdown, but you're allowed to pay Argentina. That's nice. Now, here's another point too. $40 freaking billion. You know how much money they saved by shutting down AID, our foreign aid program? $14 to $16 billion they saved. We just pissed it away. $40 billion they gave to Argentina. These guys don't care about money. They are so fiscally reckless. They shut down these programs because they wanted to hurt people. They shut down these programs because they thought it was Democrats, like only Democrats care about helping people. That's why they cut money from Medicaid. That's why they cut money from the ACA. They're not letting us renew the subsidies for your health insurance. The prices are going to double because of Republicans. And now we've got this.
Why would they want to save Argentina's economy in that way? Milei's presidency or his ruling coalition? What's in it for us?
Well, so you must remember that Milei is a real darling of the MAGA right. And in fact, the CPAC conference was held in Buenos Aires last December with Milei as the star of the show and many of Trump's incoming cabinet going down there to speak. And Milei, of course, was famous with the chainsaw. He's taken that metaphorical chainsaw to the government bureaucracy in Buenos Aires, and he presented a real chainsaw to Elon Musk a few weeks after Trump was inaugurated. So he is a buddy. He's a great friend.
The situation got so bad that bankruptcies for U.S. farmers are surging.
Farmers are waiting to hear the details of what could be a financial lifeline as farm bankruptcies this year are surging.
This is the season that farmer Rob Ewalt usually lives for, harvesting nearly 2,000 acres of corn and soy.
I don't believe there'll be a profit this year. I think we will go backwards.
What do you guys make of this? Is this just an oversight? Is he playing political favors to Argentina? Is he not putting America first like he claimed he would? How does this help the U.S. economy, which is supposed to be the top priority of the administration from day one? You tell me. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.